This is the truth about Dr. Disrespect. So back in 2020, Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch, but nobody knew the reason of why he got banned. Even Doc himself did not know the reason. A lot of people just assumed that it was an unfair ban, and maybe some people at Twitch secretly hated him. So then 4 years later, on June 21st, 2024, an ex-Twitch employee tweeted out this saying the whole entire reason behind Doc's ban. But instead of trying to make Dr. Disrespect look bad, Cody really just made himself look like a bad guy. After he said this allegation against Doc, everyone was calling out Cody, saying that he was a clout chaser, a liar, saying where is the source to this information. And that is true because when Cody said this statement, he literally had no proof. And in this day and age, you cannot be making some crazy allegations against someone if you have zero proof. And we also gotta remember that not only did Cody have zero proof, at this time of the statement that he made against Doc, he did not work for Twitch, he was an ex-Twitch employee. So technically, how could he know the reason behind Doc's ban if he didn't even work at Twitch? How can you know what's going on if you don't even work there? So this whole entire statement and tweet from Cody just looks like he was clout chasing. So then literally the day after of Cody's tweet, the Doc responded. The Doc responded with this tweet right here. I'm sure you guys know already what he said, but this response from Doc just made everyone more sus of him.
What do you mean by that?
That was because the Doc said, I quote, I didn't do anything wrong. Now at this time, Doc should have just said I didn't do it. Cody was straight out lying. I don't know what in the world Cody was yapping about. He should have defended himself better against the allegation. Now, I don't know if he just meant to say that or if he just worded it wrong or he had to word it this way because of some rules. I don't know. But either way, this response from Doc just made him look sus. And in the end, this led to some investigation. Dr. Disrespect owned gaming studio Midnight Society decided to do their own investigation, decided to do their own research. And after all of that, they found out that the Doc was guilty. They decided that it was enough to terminate their relationship with Dr. Disrespect or just really stop working with the guy. So then Doc himself responded. Doc later on sent another really long tweet regarding his whole entire Twitch ban. And in this, everyone basically saw him guilty now. He confirmed that there was Twitch whispered messages with an individual minor back in 2017. And he went and said that these were just some casual messages that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate. So after that whole entire paragraph, everyone was like, yo, this guy's definitely guilty. Press the red emergency button because we need to vote him out. After Dr. Disrespect said this tweet, everyone was so quick to jump to conclusions, which is kind of fair because he literally said, yes, there were messages with an individual minor back in 2017. So of course, people are going to start thinking that he is a weird guy or another EDP. So then the Doc decided to take a break for 2 months. Guess who's back? Back again is the Doc. That is right. Just a day ago, Dr. Disrespect went live and came out with the truth. And in it, he kind of set the bar straight. In this live stream, he said that he cannot say anything about his Twitch ban publicly was because of legal rules.
You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement.
So that is why he really didn't say much about his Twitch ban in the first place. And in this live stream, it shows that Cody Connors, the ex-Twitch employee, is just another clout chaser.
Cody, why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. I mean, for what? Cody? Why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any first-hand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch.
Cody was just trying to get some views, he was just trying to get some impressions on Twitter, and he probably secretly hated the Doc, so he decided to try and make him look bad. Doc continued to say the reason of why he used the word minor, or edited the word minor in his tweet.
I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs.
And my take on this part of when Doc said this, hear me out. Why did Doc even do this at all if it was just going to be a bad look for him? Why do something that's going to make you look more sus than you already are? That part just really doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure why Doc would do that. That just seems like a dumb move to do. And Doc continued to say that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent in the time of the messages.
When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages?
And now my take again, hear me out. This is weird because in his tweet right here is this one, he said that there was messages between a minor in 2017. So for him to say that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent in the time of the messages really just doesn't make any sense. That is like contradicting your whole entire other tweet that you just said. Unless the doc is saying that the Twitch user was over the legal age of consent, but they didn't live in the US, they live in another country. So maybe they were like 16 or 17, which makes them a minor in the US. But in a country of like Germany, the age of consent there is 14.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So does that mean he was whispering or talking to someone that was in another country? I just feel like we need to see those chat logs. I just feel like that would set everything straight. There would no longer be two sides of the story. If Doc showed the chat log, that would either make him look like a good guy or that would make him look like a bad guy. To continue, Doc said this in the last part of his response.
The same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
And remember what I said earlier, guys? So if Doc is saying that Twitch did not investigate the age of consent and where the user sent the messages, doesn't that mean that the Doc is saying that the person that he was messaging was a minor then? Because remember, he used the word minor in his tweet. And in here in the US, a minor is, anything under 18. But in some other countries, the age of consent is like 16 or 17. So does this mean that the Doc was messaging someone that was underage, but lived in a country of where the age of consent is like 16 or 17. So they may have been a minor in the US, but not in another country. I might be a little slow, so don't hate me. So my take on this whole entire situation is that I don't think Doc is guilty nor innocent. Like, if he wasn't messaging a minor at all, then why not say Cody was straight out lying instead of saying this tweet that made you look bad? Like, why did Doc word the tweet the way that he worded it when it would just make him look sus? So like, I kind of feel like that Dr. Disrespect handled this situation in a weird way. I feel like he could have handled it better to make him look less sus, but I do feel like everything would be answered if the messages, the chat logs were shown. Unless those just make Doc look even more guilty. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Everyone can believe what they want to believe. I do think that this situation though will get even crazier later on. That's pretty much it. Peace.